As Australia continues to burn in bushfires exacerbated by climate change, right-wingers are looking to deflect and place the blame on arsonists. Now, to be clear, there have been arsonists, but the exacerbation of these fires by climate change is where the real issue is, and we're gonna show you that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about people like Rupert Murdoch, who are using their media empires to deny that climate change has anything to do with this. According to the New York Times, Rupert Murdoch's standard-bearing national newspaper, The Australian, has repeatedly argued that this year's fires are no worse than those of the past. Not true, scientists say, noting that 12 million acres have burned so far, with 2019 alone scorching more of New South Wales than the previous 15 years combined. Look, these fires happen annually, but the severity of the fires this year, in addition to the fact that there have been no rain, there hasn't been any rain. These are signs that climate change is making the matters worse. So like the fact that they're pretending as though this is all about industry, this is all about protecting the fossil fuel industry. That's all it is. It's just disgusting. An independent study found online bots and trolls exaggerating the role of arson in the fires at the same time that an article in The Australian is making similar assertions became the most popular offering on the newspaper website. So I have more of what you can find on social media by these right-wingers, including an idiotic tweet by Donald Trump Jr. But I wanted to get your thoughts, Brett.
Well, it's if you're a news organization, wildfires are like an amazing boon for you. Like if you're Rupert Murdoch, you get great ratings over any kind of catastrophe, right? So he wants to have all the benefits of covering a catastrophe, but he doesn't want to lose the sponsors that come along with explaining exactly why this catastrophe is. The idea that he's going to put forward, like the idea is he's putting forward saying that like this is just like every other year, run in complete contrast to what he needs to say in order to make more money, in order to get more people to view it. I mean, people are watching this year because it's unlike any other year before.
Exactly.
It's 15 times bigger. But then they come to this point where they're like, oh gosh, now we might have to, I mean, this is so big and so unprecedented. And we on this show have told you how you can help out. On John's show today, they talked about all the different ways, or today or yesterday, all the different people who are trying to help out. But in the meantime, you have Rupert Murdoch coming forward and saying, "Oh no, I still want those sponsors who are from the fossil fuel industry." It's sick.
So I want to show you a few of the tweets that you can expect to see on Twitter, many of which are being shared by bots. One example is climate criminals update, total alleged leftist arsonists sits at 183. Their ringleaders are presumed to be still active on social media. The ringleaders, if you spot any, call police. The arson emergency is very real. Climate emergency exposed as fraud. I mean, this kind of nonsense is what you'll find. This is the problem with social media though, right? Like there are no ways provided to mitigate the misinformation. And so like, I'm trying really hard not to be insulting, but like the morons who read that stuff and they believe it drive me crazy. Just be a little more skeptical of what you read on Facebook and Twitter, please. Because there are people losing their lives right now. There are animals that are being wiped out because of these fires. And you're just gonna believe some, let's go back to that tweet. Let's go back to that tweet, okay? Let's go back to that. Labor trash with like a Frankenstein looking avatar. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and believe whatever the hell this person says. And that's what Twitter is. The vast majority of tweets that claim nonsense have avatars and usernames like that, and people are like, oh yeah, it's because of the arsonists. There are arsonists, but that's not the heart of this issue. There have always been arsonists, there have always been fires every year. They consistently get worse because climate change has exacerbated it.
Here's my plea. Here's my desperate plea to all the conspiracy theorists out there who are trying to say that it's actually arsonists who are behind all this. The reality's crazy enough. The reality is terrifying enough. You want to scare people by saying that like, oh, folks are starting these fires in time when there's crazy winds that are whipping up microclimates as a result of the heat created by these fires that whip across, and you're trying to, the reality is terrifying enough. It is crazy enough that we as a species have created the need for fossil fuels and the dependence on it. And all the news industries need to rely on the sponsorships from all these people who are essentially buying ads on networks in order to make you not pay attention to the very real crisis that 97 to 99% of all scientists are saying is very, very real. Isn't that enough of a crazy thing for you to believe and to pass around to your friends that something that you actually can prove? That the overall temperature of this planet continues to go up as we rely on fossil fuels, and the real solution is out there. The technology is out there. The people with the big dreams to change the paradigms on this planet, they're out there. You need to share that stuff.
Yeah.
You need to share the Green New Deal. You need to share a giant shift in this planet and how our economies are all based away from fossil fuels and onto renewable energies. And in the meantime, you'll get rid of a lot of the issues that we're following now. The World War III that almost happened, that is a result of a reliance on fossil fuels that makes us try to go do weird interventionist crap in countries that we have no business being in because we want oil money. All that would go away.
Right.
Isn't that fun enough to share? Do it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.